Hi my angels, it's Hailey Reese and I hope that you are having an absolutely fantastic morning, afternoon, or night, whatever it is for you when this video finally reaches you. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel, guys. I am so excited that you guys are here, especially for today's video, because today's video, oh, it has me reminiscent on a time in my life where chainmail was the source of most of my nightmares. Yeah, before MSN was a thing, I would email all of my friends, and there was this huge phase where chainmail was the big deal. And what I mean by chainmail is forward this email for good luck, or like what we're talking about today, forward this email or a little ghost girl is gonna show up in your room and kill you, etc. And I bought into that for a hot minute. I was absolutely terrified. But today's video isn't about chainmail in and of itself, but rather an experience somebody actually had after not forwarding chainmail. And when I heard about this, as I mentioned, it brought me back to a time where I was terrified, and I just knew I had to cover this particular experience because my grandparents spent hours convincing me that there was no dead little girl or no XYZ that would come after me should I not forward the email. But it seems as though for one girl from Texas, that wasn't necessarily the case. So today, we are diving into chainmail gone wrong. Before we get into today's video though, I would just very quickly like to thank Philo for sponsoring this video. Philo is a live TV streaming app with 60+ channels, including your favorite shows in their current season. It's available on multiple devices such as your phone, your tablet, your TV, and better yet, it cuts the cost of cable in half. Philo has so many popular TV channels, including but not limited to TLC, Discovery Channel, the Food Network, and includes a lot of your favorite shows like 90 Day Fiancé, Property Brothers, and even Peppa Pig for the little ones, but that's just a few. With Philo, you get 60+ channels for just $20 a month, which is amazing. And if you guys click the link down in my description, you can try Philo for free for 7 days and then get 30% off of your first month. So make sure you guys click the link down in my description and get started on Philo. I absolutely have full confidence you will not regret it. And thank you so much to Philo for sponsoring today's video. But with all of that being said, let's get into today's video because it is absolutely chilling. Alright, so as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I was a complete and utter sucker for taking the bait when it came to chainmail. I don't know what it was, but like, oh, there were so many that would get me. Like one, for instance, I was kind of reminiscing on chainmail and my experience with it, and I was remembering one in particular that was like, now that you've read this sentence, it's too late. They know you've read it. A curse is coming. Like there were so many, and I have this one particular memory. I was at my grandparents' house and I was on the family computer and I was reading all these different chainmails and I couldn't sleep that night. I was crying, and my grandma and grandpa literally spent hours convincing me that it wasn't real, that, you know, it was just a way to get people passing around this mail, and I wasn't convinced. But time and time again, even when I would fail to forward them, I got smart and stopped opening them. I would realize that there was nothing really associated with them. So when I read Sadie's experience with chainmail, it absolutely terrified me, to be honest. Her experience in particular was with one of the chainmails that went around that I actually had read back in the day, and that was to do with a girl named Carmen Winstead. I hope that I'm pronouncing that right. So I'm gonna read you guys what the actual chainmail was in and of itself, and then I'll get into Sadie's particular experience. So here we go. She was pushed. About 6 years ago in Indiana, Carmen Winstead was pushed down a sewer opening by 5 girls in her school, trying to embarrass her in front of her school during a fire drill. When she didn't submerge, the police were called. They went down and brought up 17-year-old Carmen Winstead's body. The neck broke hitting the ladder, then side concrete at the bottom. The girls told everyone she fell, and they believed them. Fact, 2 months ago, 16-year-old David Gregory read this post and didn't repost it. When he went to take a shower, he heard laughter from his shower. He started freaking out and ran to his computer to repost it. He said goodnight to his mom and went to sleep. 5 hours later, his mom woke up in the middle of the night because of a loud noise. David was gone. The next morning, a few hours later, the police found him in the sewer. His neck broke and his face skin peeled off. If you don't repost this saying she was pushed or they pushed her down a sewer, then Carmen will get you, either from a sewer, the toilet, the shower, or when you go to sleep, you'll wake up in the sewer in the dark, and then Carmen will come and kill you. And then like this particular website goes through different names that were used associated with this story. So another one is, where did it go? Oh, 6 years ago in Indiana, Jessica Smith. And it was about the same thing. And then 16-year-old Ron Anderson read the post and didn't repost it. And it's the exact same thing. Now, what's interesting about this is that it's been fact-checked. You can Google the entire story in and of itself, and you'll see that plenty of people have done a little bit of research. There was no Carmen, there was no Jessica, there was nobody who was pushed into a sewer or who would come to your house and come out of the shower or the toilet and kill you. But Sadie read this particular email, as I think a lot of us did, and actually went a step further. She not only didn't forward it and she broke the chainmail, but she also made fun of the situation. She said she was very ignorant at this point of her life. She thought that it was all baloney, so she spent her night laughing about the fact Carmen was gonna come and get her. Supposedly, she spent hours of her night mocking the story, saying, Carmen, if you're so real, show me, come for me, XYZ, and nothing actually happened that particular night. But as weeks went on, very strange things started occurring within her home. She started feeling like she was watched when she was showering or brushing her teeth or taking a bath. Her family had a swimming pool in the backyard, and she started to feel very uncomfortable inside of the water. She felt as though she was going to drown at any given moment in time. She didn't know why this was happening or what could be going on, but she just felt an overwhelming sense of dread pretty much all day, every day. And it wasn't until she started to realize that in the night she was having nightmares about a girl who had drowned that she started questioning her own sanity. She said the nightmares started as her looking down on a group of girls out into the ocean. The girls were swimming, having a good time. Did you guys just hear that? What the heck was that? Not today, Carmen! Not today! Frick. Anyways, as I was saying, the girls were swimming in the ocean. There was a whole group of them, and one girl began saying that she couldn't swim anymore. The girls thought that she was joking and didn't help her, and then Sadie saw the girl slip under the water and not come back up. And that was when the girls started panicking, and supposedly they told the parents that they just didn't know. She just went under and she just never came back up. But they didn't specify that she had asked for help, and they thought that it was a joke. Sadie kept having these dreams night after night after night. And then eventually she'd wake up from the dreams to that girl standing inside of her room. Now Sadie would panic, wipe her eyes, and when she would open them, there would be nobody there. But as the nights went on, even when Sadie would wipe her eyes and look again, the girl was standing there, until all of a sudden the girl supposedly said to her, "It's not so funny now, is it?" And when Sadie woke up the next morning, there were scratches all on her arms. Now, Sadie actually contacted people to help her to cleanse the space. Her parents even noted that their house felt weird. It was almost as though it was suddenly haunted. And they had to cleanse out their home. Sadie had to do a series of prayers and apologies to the spirit realm, is what she explained it as. And eventually, she would end up having no more experiences. But Sadie truly believes that while Carmen may not have been real, her mockery of the chainmail triggered another spirit to come and taunt her and show her her tragic death in order to make her more sensitive to the other side, I believe is how she explained it. Let me look again. Yeah, so she believes that it was to make her a little bit more sensitive to the other side and recognize that even though Carmen may not have been real, Carmen may have been inspired by real life events, and that it was extremely offensive what she said and did. To this day, Sadie says that she will never mock another paranormal thing ever again. She says she doesn't believe that it was Carmen from the chainmail or that you must forward chainmail, but she believes you should never mock the spirit realm and spirits that could be around you. And I absolutely, completely agree with that. You just never know what you could be taunting or what you could be bringing forward into your life. What I think of this particular experience is that it could very well be what Sadie thinks as well. She made fun of the chainmail, perhaps there was a spirit in the vicinity, or that she attracted energetically and vibrationally who wound up taking offense to what it was that she was saying about Carmen's supposed death. I actually completely forgot for a little while about chainmail and how freaky it would be. I actually remember there was a few times that I would just think they were so stupid, but then there would be one that was like really well written and I would read it and be like, not today, forwarding this to 10 people. But it's really interesting to know Sadie's experience with the chainmail and what ended up transpiring after she mocked it. I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think of Sadie's experience? Did you ever experience chainmail? I don't know if chainmail is a thing anymore. I saw some on Facebook over the years, but the ones that I'm talking about were sent to me via email. It was like, forward this email to 10 people to live and stuff. But I'd love to know if you guys had any experiences with chainmail. Were there any particular chainmail experiences that freaked you out? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm definitely going to be reading through all of the comments and responding to you guys. So let me know what you guys think. And that is Sadie's experience with chainmail. Do you think it's true? Do you think that Sadie did attract another spirit, or do you think she became paranoid all on her own? I would love to know your guys' thoughts, opinions, and theories down below, and that is it for today's video. Once again, I would just love to thank Philo for sponsoring this video. As I mentioned, make sure you guys click the link down in my description to try Philo for free for 7 days and get your first month for 30% off. You guys will absolutely love it. And thank you so much to Philo for sponsoring. If you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed but you do enjoy my content, I would seriously love it more than you will ever know if you go ahead and click that subscribe button. And please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it, or else she may come for you. No, I'm kidding. But remember, my loves, do all things with kindness. And until next time, I love you.